Got that end of summer bug. Allergies acting up. Swing by Sam's Pharmacy for all your health needs. From cold remedies to flu shots, we're here to keep you going. Stock up on hand sanitizer too. We've got a big sale this week, just in case of those unexpected germs. Remember, health is wealth. Visit us at Sam's Pharmacy downtown and keep yourself feeling great.
Good evening. We're following breaking news from South America, where reports of violent riots among factory workers have erupted across several cities. What initially appeared to be a routine labour dispute over wages and working conditions has taken a drastic turn, with escalating tensions leading to clashes with law enforcement. Footage from the ground shows thousands of workers marching through the streets, demanding better pay and working conditions. Amidst the protests, we're hearing disturbing accounts of bizarre behaviour among some individuals, reports of aggression and erratic actions that seem to correlate with them. Growing unrest.
This is Miguel Torres reporting live from downtown Sao Paulo. As you can see, the situation is tense. Workers, fueled by frustration over wages and long hours, have taken to the streets in what they believed would be a peaceful demonstration. However, as the night has progressed, we've witnessed a shift. Some protesters are exhibiting violent behavior, attacking both police officers and fellow demonstrators. We've received reports that a few of these protesters were seen earlier today exhibiting signs of illness. Witnesses described them as frenzied and delusional. It's unclear whether this is related to the ongoing infection crisis that has been developing worldwide, but officials are beginning to connect the dots.
Thank you, Miguel. Authorities attempt to regain control of the streets. Health officials are urging the public to remain vigilant. There are fears that this unrest may be linked to the same infection, causing chaos in other parts of the world. Reports indicate that in areas where protests have erupted, there's been an increase in aggressive behavior.
We are monitoring the situation closely. It's crucial that we maintain a level of awareness regarding the symptoms associated with the infection. If anyone is exhibiting aggressive behavior, confusion, or other signs of illness, they should seek medical attention immediately. This is not just a labor dispute. It may be a symptom of a much larger crisis.
As the situation unfolds in South America, it's important to recognize that what seems like a routine labor uprising could have deeper implications. Authorities are deploying additional resources to the area, and we encourage everyone to stay tuned for updates as we follow this developing story closely.
Looking for fresh produce and groceries you can trust? Green Grocer Market has just what you need. We've stocked up on all essentials with fresh bread delivered every morning and a new shipment of bottled water arriving this afternoon. We're hearing there's been a little uptick in emergency shopping, but don't worry. Green Grocer has your back. Stop by today and pick up everything you need to keep your family stocked and safe. Green Grocer Market. Serving the Raccoon Valley with quality and care, rain or shine.
Good morning, Austin. 7:45, and you're tuning into the WPLR Morning Show. Hope you've got your coffee and maybe a little patience, because it's been one strange morning. Traffic's pretty backed up on the main highways, so if you're heading out of town, expect delays.
Hey, are you guys hearing anything about, people acting weird? My buddy texted me saying some guy just went nuts in the subway.
Whoa, sounds like someone missed their morning coffee. Hey, we're keeping our ears open. Stick with us for updates and keep it locked on 95.3 WPLR, keeping Austin rockin'.
Good evening. We're following breaking news from South America, where reports of violent riots among factory workers have erupted across several cities. What initially appeared to be a routine labor dispute over wages and working conditions has taken a drastic turn, with escalating tensions leading to clashes with law enforcement. Footage from the ground shows thousands of workers marching through the streets, demanding better pay and working conditions. But amidst the protests, we're hearing disturbing accounts of bizarre behavior among some individuals, reports of aggression and erratic actions that seem to correlate with the growing unrest.
This is Miguel Torres reporting live from downtown Sao Paulo. As you can see, the situation is tense. Workers, fueled by frustration over wages and long hours, have taken to the streets in what they believed would be a peaceful demonstration. However, as the night has progressed, we've witnessed a shift. Some protesters are exhibiting violent behavior, attacking both police officers and fellow demonstrators. We've received reports that a few of these protesters were seen earlier today exhibiting signs of illness. Witnesses describe them as frenzied and delusional. It's unclear whether this is related to the ongoing infection crisis that has been developing worldwide, but officials are beginning to connect the dots.
Thank you, Miguel. As authorities attempt to regain control of the streets, health officials are urging the public to remain vigilant. There are fears that this unrest may be linked to the same infection causing chaos in other parts of the world.
We are monitoring the situation closely. It's crucial that we maintain a level of awareness regarding the symptoms associated with the infection. If anyone is exhibiting aggressive behavior, confusion, or other signs of illness, They should seek medical attention immediately. This is not just a labor dispute. It may be a symptom of a much larger crisis.
As the situation unfolds in South America, it's important to recognize that what seems like a routine labor uprising could have deeper implications. Authorities are deploying additional resources to the area, and we encourage everyone to stay tuned for updates as we follow this developing story closely. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll be right back with more news on this critical situation and the ongoing infection crisis affecting our world.
Howdy, folks. It's Lenny from Lenny's Home Supply. Fall's coming, and if you're getting your place all cozy, we've got the supplies you need. Stock up on batteries, lanterns, and even basic medical kits if you're the just-in-case type. Yeah, we've heard the rumors. People acting a bit strange. If that's got you feeling nervous, come grab one of our disaster prep kits, just in case. Remember, whatever happens, Lenny's got your back. Located right off of Main Street. Open 9 to 6, so swing by.
Good evening. We interrupt regular programming to bring you breaking news of a tragic incident tonight, one that's still developing under deeply unsettling circumstances. Approximately 8:45 p.m. local time, a commercial passenger flight, Flight 235 from Chicago to Boston, crashed outside of Louisville, Kentucky, and officials are still scrambling to uncover the cause of the crash. But early reports indicate a series of violent disturbances erupted on board moments before it went down. Learning that in the final moments of the flight, air traffic controllers received a distress call from the pilot, reporting uncontrollable aggression from several passengers. One emergency transmission claimed that passengers were attacking each other. Authorities suspect that the outbreak currently affecting several cities may have, tragically, reached the passengers on board Flight 235.
It's incredibly rare for pilots to report this kind of behavior mid-flight. Captain sounded alarmed, almost panicked, which is very unusual. From the transmission logs, we can hear them struggling to regain control of the cabin as some passengers became violent, even trying to break down the cockpit door. This level of aggression is beyond anything we've seen.
Thank you, Dr. Chambers. Officials at the crash site have warned nearby residents to avoid the area. Citing potential contamination concerns, authorities are working with hazmat and emergency medical teams to isolate the site as they search for survivors. However, sources at the scene describe finding several bodies exhibiting unusual injuries. We're refraining from sharing those details until we have official confirmation, but it's safe to say this is unlike any crash site they've seen.
I was just driving home when I saw it. This fireball falling from the sky was huge, and when it hit, it shook everything. Then, as I got closer, I saw people running around, but they didn't look right. They looked like they were in pain, like something was wrong with them.
We're hearing similar reports from first responders who claim that some survivors may have shown signs of infection consistent with the aggression report in nearby cities. We'll continue bringing you updates on this developing story, but as a precaution, officials are advising anyone within a 10-mile radius to remain indoors. If you're listening and have loved ones near the crash site, make sure they stay away from the area. This outbreak is unlike anything we've seen, and it's spreading fast. Our thoughts are with everyone affected tonight as we all try to piece together what's happening. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated as we know more.
Veterinary clinic. Whether it's time for your pet's checkup or a little extra TLC, our doors are open. Our team is here, ready to help. Today, we're running a discount on pet food and emergency kits for pets. Make sure you've got what your furry friend needs if you're planning to hunker down. Stop by Happy Pup Veterinary, keeping our city's pets safe, no matter what.
This is Jeff Harper at Harper's Hardware, reminding you that preparedness starts with the right tools. We've got flashlights, axes, work gloves, everything you need to be ready for anything. Whether it's a storm, a blackout, or, I don't know, the sudden need to board up a window, we're here to help. Come down to Harper's Hardware today, because you never know when a little prep work can go a long way. Open late tonight if you need us.
Good evening, listeners. This is Midnight Radio, and if you're just tuning in, I'd like to start by saying we're experiencing an unprecedented situation. Reports are coming in of widespread chaos, violence, and illness. We're receiving word from across the country of what officials are now calling an infection of unknown origin. Now, we're hearing from emergency services that this infection is somehow affecting people's behavior, causing severe aggression and erratic actions. Spreading fast, cities that were just dealing with isolated incidents earlier today are now under emergency lockdown orders. If you're in the downtown area of any major city, please shelter in place.
This is Paul Decker, reporting from a crowded highway just outside Philadelphia. I'm watching people abandon their vehicles here as traffic grinds to a standstill. Those walking seem disoriented, some even coughing or stumbling. There are whispers from paramedics on the scene about fungal growth on infected individuals' bodies. We don't yet know the cause, but it's a terrifying sight. I've never seen anything like it.
Thank you, Paul. For those just joining us, we're dealing with something beyond explanation. A sickness that seems to be spreading through contact and possibly even spores. Hospitals are overwhelmed, and health officials are warning against close contact with anyone showing symptoms. His illness appears to be tied to a type of fungus, something called cordyceps, species that normally only affects insects. Somehow, though, it seems to have mutated, making the jump to humans. And from what we're hearing, once symptoms appear, they progress at an alarming rate.
My husband, he works at a food processing plant. Came home acting strange, couldn't keep his balance, and then he just attacked me out of nowhere. Skin looked almost like there was something growing under it. Please, someone tell us what's happening.
Our thoughts go out to everyone affected by this. Officials are still piecing together how this infection spreads, but we're advising everyone to stay indoors and seal any vents or windows. Avoid anyone showing signs of aggression, confusion, or unusual coughing. The CDC has not yet confirmed how this fungus travels, but we're hearing speculation that it may be airborne in confined spaces. We'll stay on air as long as we can, bringing you every update we get. Please stay with us, stay calm, and stay safe. And remember, avoid anyone showing symptoms. We'll be here, and we'll get through this together. This is Midnight Radio, signing off for now.